Welcome back to the JMA Wireless Dome alongside Nico Horning. I'm Gino Antamarino. Number 5, Syracuse, down by 2 to number 12, Clemson, 5-3 from inside, as I mentioned, the JMA Wireless Dome. And Nico, it's pretty evident that Clemson can assert its dominance on the road, 3-0 in away games this season, and so far have pretty much dominated in this contest against Syracuse and its home crowd.
The second highest scoring team in the ACC with 18 goals a game. Not exactly scoring the multitude of goals in that first half with just 5. But the way the offense moves and the defense has been very impressive today as well against Syracuse, causing 12 turnovers against the Tigers, and Clemson, like you mentioned, Gino, on the road having a lot of success as of late. So this is no pressure to them to come into the Loud House and put up a solid first half.
Well, Syracuse has had a few issues in that first half. You mentioned the turnovers. Syracuse had 11 to Clemson's 12. But Syracuse has had the ball less often than Clemson has. The Tigers in the draw controls are up 9-1 to Syracuse. And even talking about the free position shots, Syracuse is 0 for 3. So the Orange have had opportunities, but have kind of shot themselves in the foot at times. We'll just have to wait and find out if head coach Kayla Trainer ironed those kinks out in the halftime locker room. As back to the draw circle we go. Kira Bayless lines up across from Jolie Caramelli to start things off in this second half. Bayless in that first half had 4 draw controls as the ball rips into the air along the near boundary. And they say Clemson ball. So give another draw control to the Tigers, attacking the left cage. Clemson wearing the all-orange uniforms with white numbers. Syracuse wearing the all-whites with orange numbers. Down to the end line it goes for Brooke Goldstein, who works towards the far side. Gives back to the left alley for Lindsay Marshall, who's got 2 goals in today's game. Clemson working the ball around counterclockwise. 40 seconds played in this third quarter as Marshall has it 20 yards out from cage, left side. Zips it to near goal line extended for Castiello. Feeds up top to Marshall. Thought about a step down shot. Elects to pass it off to Shirtleff instead. Gives it back to Marshall. 5 yards out from Cage's shot. Misses the right post. Ball trickles behind the goal. Rolls over the end line. Last touch by McLeod. So Syracuse has it moving from left to right.
Great defensive stance by the Orange there. Clemson was taking some time off, but the Orange stood strong. Didn't allow them to get inside all that often.
As Syracuse sets things up with Vogelman along the near side. But going back to, like you said, that defensive stop, Guyette has been strong in the crease for Syracuse. Has got 5 saves so far in this game. She's someone that Trainer said after last time out against Northwestern is the backbone on this Syracuse team and has kept the Orange in a lot of these close contests so far this season. To X, Emma Ward has it. Had 4 turnovers in the first half. A quick pass in front. Muchnick just skips it past the right post. A couple yards out from cage. It rolls over the end line. Syracuse on the backup. To the far side for Sam DeVito. Has a goal in today's game. Now to Trinkus, far goal line extended, who also has a goal. Passes to the right arc for Vogelman. Fakes a step down shot. Dodges to the right. She's stripped. Clemson picks up the ground ball and steamrolls up ahead. It's Babcock over the midfield line. Righty cradle, left side. Passes to the right of the 12-meter fan for Clemson to set up its offense. 12:25 left to go in the third quarter. Syracuse down by 2. Clemson trying to add to its lead as Castiello dodges from above near goal line extended. Passes in front for Marshall. Splits a pair of defenders for Syracuse. His shot just goes wide of the right iron. Excellent move by Marshall as the white walls were collapsing on her. She just found that sliver of daylight. Clemson continues its offensive motor. A pass across to Shirtleff just over her head and rolls out of bounds. Far boundary. That pass was from Castiello, trying to go across the grain to Shirtleff. Off the mark. Syracuse on the clear is successful.
That looked like a Syracuse possession from the first half when the Orange had way too many errant passes in the offensive end.
Trinkus, far goal line extended with the lefty cradle. Face dodges. Looks upfield at her options. Gives off to the far side for Guzik. Far alley. Catapults to Emma Ward at X. Whistle blows. They call a violation against Clemson, so Emma Ward will start with the ball just above the end line, far side. Syracuse resumes its offense. 11:09 left to go in quarter number 3. Syracuse down by 2 as the whistle blows again. A yellow card. Against the Tigers.
Number 30 of Orange, yellow card, sticks, check to the head.
So Bryce Funstein, as you could just hear, with a check to the head. The grad student has bounced around a couple of places before coming to Clemson. Spent her freshman and sophomore years at Johns Hopkins, and then junior and senior seasons at Ohio State. So a 2-minute woman up for Syracuse. Syracuse averaging about 2 goals a game on the woman up. That's 4th most in the ACC.
This is the first time we've seen this all game. A big chance for Syracuse to try and cut back in this deficit.
As Gracie Britton took the double team, gave off to Ward, far goal line extended. Gives off to the near side for Cotter. Cotter re-dodges, 20 yards out from cage, whips it to Emma Ward, below far goal line extended. 1:18 left to go on the woman up. Near goal line extended. Emma Ward looks for options as she races to X, spins back to the near side. Gives it up top to Rowley. Swings it across to Cotter. It's in and out of her stick. 1 minute left to go on the woman up. Passes to Costas, a shot, whistle blows. Some discombobulation on the field as sticks went flying.
They're going to reset the shot clock as the referee was pushing up his right arm. It looks like Syracuse is going to retain possession. You know, Gino, one thing I will say, the Orange look a little lost at times without Olivia Adamson. Trying to figure out their offense still.
Trying to settle things down as Emma Muchnick from the near fan gives off to Volpe. Syracuse working the ball around counterclockwise. To the right arc for Muchnick. Back to Volpe. She gets checked. And a violation against Clemson again. 28 seconds left to go on the woman up. The check to the head from Bryce Funstein a few moments ago. Syracuse resets. Ashley Volpe runs above near goal line extended. Dishes off Emma Ward straight away. Tries to split a pair of Clemson defenders, and she's hacked. Violation again against the Tigers. Free position shot coming up for Emma Ward from straight away. This would be a big-time goal for Syracuse. Down by 2 with 13 seconds left. The whistle blows. Ward shoots and scores! Emma Ward took maybe a step and launched it. Far bottom corner brings Syracuse back to within 1. 9:13 left to go in quarter number 3. And Emma Ward, her 140th career goal in 70 career games. A big-time shot and a big-time momentum booster for Syracuse.
And she finally gets her first of the day as well to get on the score sheet. Emma Ward, it looked like she was just kind of moseying around and all of a sudden shot it right towards the net, did not waste any time, and you can tell she's a little frustrated out there trying to get her squad back in this game.
Back to the draw circle, Kira Bayless and Julie Caramelli. The draw controls Clemson, heavily outnumbering Syracuse 10-1 in that department. As the ball gets wedged between both players' sticks, whistle blows, ball ripples up into the air, and Caramelli comes away with it. Back in her own end, outlets to Vogelman. Quickly swings it across to Sam DeVito. Down the left alley. 20 yards out from Cage, gives off to the far side for Trinkus. That's big, Nico, because you get the goal following up with a draw control. See if the Syracuse can capitalize off of it.
The Orange have only done that twice today as well, so see if they can do it right here.
Ward passes in front and hits the turf. Ball rolling 5 yards out from Cage, still on the ground, and it's finally picked up by Clemson, courtesy of Summer Augustino, who quickly gives it off to Lamparter, her goalkeeper, on the clear. Moving from right to left. Emma Ward was looking for options in front on that last turnover. The pass in front just tipped away. Meanwhile, down at the other end, a whistle blows against Syracuse. Clemson restarts on its offense. And referees only a couple of violations against the Orange. As you can hear, the Cuse faithful upset. So Clemson will set up its offense. 7:48 left to go in the third quarter. The Tigers are up by 1. Number 12 Clemson taking on number 5 Syracuse. The Orange trying to right the ship after a 2-game skid, falling to North Carolina and then Northwestern. Marshall face dodges from near goal line extended. Feeds up top to shirt left. Switches from right to left cradle. Re-dodges, draws the double team, splits both defenders, walks down Broadway, shoots just high. Oh my goodness. Shirt left was hitting all of the dodges and just couldn't find the back of the net. 12 left to shoot. Marshall, 5 yards out from near goal line extended, passes in front to shirt left. It ricochets off her stick and skips towards the far boundary. 2 left to shoot. Syracuse comes away with it. Oh my goodness.
That was a crazy move by Shirtlift there towards the goal.
Almost looked like she was breakdancing.
Breakdancing and then couldn't get the shot to go, but a beautiful possession by Clemson. Better defense by Syracuse.
6:46 left to go in the third quarter. Syracuse trying to even this ball game up. From the near side, Cotter passes to goal line extended for Gracie Britton. The junior looks upfield at her options, goes back to Cotter. 20 yards out from Cage as she works towards to the goal line extended. Gives off to Britton. Zips it to the far side for DeVito. Cotter has touched the ball maybe 5 times in this possession, as she's got it right now. Near goal line extended for Emma Ward. Dishes off to Britton at X. Whistle blows. Violation called against Clemson off the head contact. So Syracuse will reset its offense from below far goal line extended. Cotter tried to corral a pass. It's in and out of her stick, but it's saved at the last second by Casey Benoit. What a great play by her as she races to keep that ball in play. 16 left to shoot as Benoit's pass gets tipped, and it's in and out of the stick of Britton. Some sloppiness towards the end of that shot clock, Nico.
Hey, nonetheless, though, Benoit with great hustle, and that's the hustle and pride you want to see if you're wearing Syracuse across the chest on the front, especially in the second half. The Orange have done a lot better of a job establishing offensive zone time, but at some point, besides that free position that Emma Ward had, Gino, Syracuse has got to put more volume towards the net.
So far in this game, Syracuse has just 10 shots. Clemson has 17. As Goldstein from far goal line extended gives off to Castiello near goal line extended. Locates Marshall near alley. Gives off to shirt left. Dodge from left to right. Works down the right alley. A shot. She gets checked from behind. Whistle blows. Injured player on the field. It appears to be Kayla McLeod. As she gets back to both of her feet, she was down in the fetal position. But now standing on her own power, seems to be okay as she's not working her way to the sideline. And now she does. But something to note, she's running to the sideline. So good to see that she's not limping or walking slowly. Clemson on offense, 4:34 left to go in quarter number 3. Number 12, Clemson, up 5-4 over number 5, Syracuse. The Tigers coming off of a 12-11 victory over number 11, Notre Dame, last Saturday. Highest ranked victory in program history for the Tigers. Clemson so far this season 4-0 with a 3-0 record on the road. As Clemson awaiting the whistle to resume offense. Finally blows. Goldstein takes it to X. Rolls to far goal line extended. Slings it straight away. Split dodge down the right alley by Lowther. As on that dodge, she loses possession. Ball skips to the far side. It's picked up by Syracuse. The outlet pass over the midfield line. Excellent play by Lexi Reber, who gives off to Britton near goal line extended. A catapulting pass. Syracuse in on offense. Trinkus backpedals from the far alley. Gives off straight away to Emma Muchnick. Had 2 goals in the last game against Northwestern. Vogelman 5 yards out from Cage along the near alley. 3:38 left to go in quarter number 3. Syracuse down by 1. Trinkus zips it to Vogelman. To the arc, gives off to Muchnick. A sea of orange jerseys collapse on her. Muchnick still has it as she redodges 20 yards out from Cage. Excellent job by Muchnick to keep that ball in her possession. Ward has it at X. Trying to work against Bryce Funstein. To Vogelman, near side. Ward at X, passes in front to Caramelli. A skip shot just goes wide. Whistle blows with 13 left on the shot clock. Talking things over. So a violation called against Caramelli on the yellow card. And so Clemson has possession.
White, 2 minutes, dangerous for foul.
So just like that, dangerous follow through from Jolie Caramelli, who was on the doorstep off that pass from Emma Ward. Clemson on a 2-minute woman up. As the horn sounds here from inside the JMA Wireless Dome. And everyone's just kind of standing on the field looking at each other. And that will send it to another media timeout. 2:53 left to go in quarter number 3. Clemson up by 1 over Syracuse. And when we come back, Clemson still has a 2-minute woman up. So the Tigers trying to add to their lead. In the meantime, we'll take a quick step aside. You're listening to Syracuse Women's Lacrosse on your Central New York sports leader, Z89.
19.
Whoa, look at Mr. Push-Ups. What are we getting in shape for?
Selective service. 20.
Come again?
Selective service. You know, it's the law. We have to register when we turn 18.
Dude, no push-ups. You only need your mobile phone. You just have to register. There's no fitness.
Really?
No, you're not joining the military. It's just a database.
So,
Video games have trained your fingers enough. Just go to sss.gov and get registered.
that easy?
sss.gov.
Welcome back here inside the JMA Wireless Dome. Alongside Nico Horning, I'm Gino Antamarino. 2:53 left to go in quarter number 3. Number 12, Clemson, on top of number 5, Syracuse, 5-4. The Tigers on a woman up for the next minute 52 after a Jolie Caramelli penalty. As the whistle blows and Clemson starts up its offense, attacking the left cage. First attempt on the woman up for Clemson in today's game. As Shirtliff from straight away gives off to McLeod. Good to see she's back out on the field after dealing with a little bit of discomfort earlier this quarter as she lets one fly and scores! Off the floor and on the board, McLeod extends Clemson's lead to 2 with 2:26 left to go in the third quarter. Wow. Kayla McLeod, like I was saying, had to get subbed out earlier in this quarter because she was dealing with that discomfort. Came back in the game on the woman up and was left untouched from about 10 yards out along the near side, and she buries it home to give Clemson a 6-4 lead. 2:26 left to go in the third quarter. Timeout taken on the field, so we will do the same. You won't want to miss it. You're listening to Syracuse Women's Lacrosse on your Central New York sports leader, Z89.
The world men's record for the fastest registration with the selective service system remains under dispute. 18-year-old Dwayne G. of Cleveland claims to have registered online in a lightning-fast 18 seconds. But Ernesto Q. from L.A. says he beat that time by a full 1/10 of a second on his smartphone with one hand tied behind his back. This may take a while to settle. In the meantime, guys turning 18, visit sss.gov and see how fast you can register. It's quick, it's easy, it's the law.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, and, of course, companionship. Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive, and now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance so common with this group.
But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and theshelterpetproject.org.
Let's get back to the JMA Wireless Dome for more Syracuse Women's Lacrosse on Z89.
Welcome back inside the JMA Wireless Dome. Nico Horning, Gino Antamarino with you here. Number 12, Clemson on top of number 5, Syracuse, 6-4, courtesy of a goal from Kayla McLeod on the woman up just before we went to break. So Syracuse has some work to do to try and get back in this game, but thankfully, Nico, still have plenty of time to work back in this contest.
I was going to mention right before that woman up opportunity and goal by McLeod that the last thing Syracuse wants to do is let the second best scoring offense in the ACC in the Clemson Tigers go on a bit of a scoring run here to end the third going into the fourth. Orange down 2. They're going to want to keep it that way. One way to make sure that happens is at the draw control.
At the draw control, it's Caramelli against Bayless, and Bayless comes away with another victory. Clemson has 11 draw controls in this game. Syracuse with just 2. They started with Megan Rode at the draw circle and then switched to Julie Caramelli about halfway through that second quarter. And much like to her predecessor, has had similar success, or unsuccess, you could say. Under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Clemson on offense, currently up by 2. Trotting to the near side, Lindsay Marshall, who's got 2 goals in this game for the Tigers. The grad student from Towson. Zips it to Shirtliff, 20 yards out from Cage. Lefty cradle as she advances towards goal. Dodges from left to right, feeds to X for Goldstein. Back to Marshall, near arc. Marshall, face dodges, works straight away, gives off to Shirtliff. Now in front for Marshall, a shot, she's stripped from behind, ball in front of the crease, And they call a crease violation against Clemson. Syracuse got the ball as Guyette slings it upfield. Sam DeVito's got it in stride over the midfield line. Now 20 yards out from cage near side. Last minute in this third quarter. Clemson has scored buzzer-beating goals in the previous two frames. Syracuse trying to get one of its own here. Muchnick, near goal line extended, pivots backwards as she looks for options. Working the ball around counterclockwise. DeVito has it at the right alley. Passes on the doorstep for Ward. Rolls to X as she looks for options. Passes in front. A step down shot. Whistle blows. Shooting space violation. As Vogelman caught that pass, face dodged, wanted that step down shot, but she'll take a free position shot instead. Syracuse has just one free position shot in today's game as Vogelman sprints in 5 yards out from cage, shoots and scores! Alexa Vogelman cuts in from far to near and goes across the grain on the shot to bring Syracuse back to within one with 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Big goal for Syracuse. Vogelman did not rush that shot at all. Waited until the very last second at the near post and got it right by Emily Lamparter. A big goal for Syracuse right before the end of the third. And Gino, I was going to mention that the Orange need to, at some point in their offensive end, put some volume towards the net. And they got that chance with the free position, and they put it home. There's been a couple instances today that Syracuse has taken the momentum back doing that. Remember the Emma Ward goal a moment ago early on in this quarter.
2 for 5 on the free position shots in today's game for Syracuse. As you mentioned, Emma Ward had the previous free position goal. As back to the draw circle, Caramelli lines up across from Bayless, who easily takes it away. Clemson with 15 left to go in the third quarter, 15 seconds that is. Sets up its offense, but not for long as Coco Vandiver forces the turnover, springs it up ahead to Volpe. 5 left to shoot, passes to Ward, 5 yards out from cage. It's in and out of the head of her stick, and time will dwindle down to 0. Not that last second goal Syracuse was hoping for, but definitely some momentum heading into this fourth quarter, down by just 1. Syracuse forcing the turnover, and Emma Ward almost cashing in. Now the Orange will have to reset things and take that momentum into this fourth and potentially final quarter of play here from the JMA Wireless Dome. Stick around, should be a good one till the very end. You're listening to Syracuse Women's Lacrosse on your Central New York sports leader, Z89.